I could tell you right out of the box, I was a little disappointed. If you're anything like me, you've had that one knife that you chased. And you chased. And you chased. And I'm not talking about the knife that you want right now. I'm talking about the Holy Grail. Creme de la creme, the final evolution, the one. The Holy Grail for you. The wee Malice. Now, I've been collecting knives for 3 years. And when I first started collecting, it took me only about 3 to 4 months to find my Holy Grails. These were the knives that I wanted, right? The Benchmade Super Freak, the Spyderco Shaman, and the wee Malice. Now, the Shaman and the Super Freak, they came rather easy. There's tons of Shamans out there. There's tons of Super Freaks out there. They're relatively easy to get your hands on. So those Grails, I didn't have to work for them. I got them. But the wee Malice, I had to search for it. I went to all the retailer sites. I went to White Mountain Knives, to Blade HQ, to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, to you name it, some of them that you have no idea even exist. You just Google wee Malice and you're hoping that one of these sites has your grail. You finally have the funds, you're ready to spend it. You want that. You need it. You've been thinking about it too damn long, you just need to experience it, right? Everywhere you go, they are sold out. So you turn to the secondary market and the sharks start smelling blood. They start swimming in. Personal experience, I turned to the secondary market and I was so excited to get my hands on this thing. I took anything I could get. I was just searching and searching and searching for it. Well, I finally found it. And this guy sent me pictures. Timestamp looked goofy. I didn't care. I wanted it. It was real in my mind. Gave the guy $210, which seemed a little low for the wee Malice, especially at the time. But sweet deal, right? Not going to question it. I finally have it coming. Well, it was too good to be true, and he stole my money. Disappeared. Once he got it, just disappeared. I didn't give up. I kept looking. I searched all through Reddit. Come on, man. Help me find it. Blade forums. Where you at? Help me find that wee Malice. I finally got it. I've had this knife for almost 2 years now. Since having this knife, I can honestly tell you I've sold hundreds of knives on the secondary market. Due to the channel, I keep knives flowing in and I keep selling them. But this one stuck. This one was a true Holy Grail. I sold the Super Freak. I sold 2 or 3 Shamans. I don't own a Shaman anymore, but I still own the Malice. This thing's awesome. This thing has been through 2 or 3 sharpenings already, and they were relatively needed. I've taken this thing apart and cleaned it, tuned the action as best as I could, got the blade perfectly centered as best as I could anytime it fell off center, which wasn't much. It was once or twice. Broke the tip on a cardboard box. It was a thick cardboard box. I had some aluminum in it. Details, not important. Fixed it. Still mine. Still the Malice. Still in my possession. Freaking love it. And then they announced the Mini Malice. Oh my gosh. After so long, they're dropping another Malice. Part of me's mad. I'm like, oh, I worked to get that Malice. I damn near suffered. I had got money stolen from me and I was so excited. And you're just coming out with another one and it's like, it almost feels like all that work was for nothing. But you're also excited because finally they're dropping a Malice and it's not the same. It gives me an excuse to buy another knife. It gives me an excuse to check out the Mini Malice in a button lock. First, it pops up in the coming soon, but no drop date. You don't know when this is dropping, so you do more research and you hope to find the generic date that it's dropping. So then you find out it's dropping in the middle of the month, about 3 weeks away, so you're frothing at the mouth. You can't wait. The day before, you set an alarm because you find out what date this site typically drops them, and this is a site you want to buy them from, White Mountain Knives, promo code EBC for 10% off. $240, not an issue. It's a wee knife, that's fine, and it's the Malice. It's a Ferrum Forge design. I'm super stoked. Gotta get it in hand. Day comes, it drops. I'm at work. I run outside, pretend to be doing something, sneak off on my phone. Gotta get this thing ordered. Gotta get it ordered. Gotta get the one I want before they're all gone. It's the Malice. After all, these things are gonna sell out like crazy. Then you wait. You have 3, 4, 5 days that you're waiting. Can this thing just come already? You're looking at your informed delivery on USPS saying, when is this thing gonna get here? Finally, today's the day. You get it. Like, yes, I can't wait to get this box. You run out to your mailbox, you run inside, damn near trampling your dogs, your kids, doesn't matter who's in the way, your wee Malice has shown up. You tear open the box with your favorite unboxing knife or whatever's in your hands because you're so excited. You're not gonna go find that knife. You're just gonna find whatever is there and you're gonna rip it open. And out comes the Mini Malice. This isn't a story about the Malice. This is a story about the mini Malice. Is it worth it? As you guys can see, this knife means a little bit more to me than just some regular knife. This is kind of like an example of something that it's an obsession. So when I got this in, I was already biased that, I'm going to love it. It's part of the Malice, right? It's the Malice family. It's just a smaller Malice. I could tell you right out of the box, I was a little disappointed. The reason I was disappointed had nothing to do with the quality. It's It's fantastic. 20 CV titanium, for $240 or $220 if you're using White Mountain knives in the promo codes. That's pretty standard. I mean, if this was a year and a half ago, we'd be like, right? But right now, it makes a little bit of sense. That's not why I was underwhelmed. The Malice, when you get this thing in hand, it's a freaking monster. It is a behemoth of a knife in your hand. It's not a super large knife like an 80-10, right? But it's just, you feel its presence. It's large, it's contoured, it feels great in hand. But you just feel so capable of everything. The mini Malice, not so much. Your first impressions are you have the name Malice, but you don't feel like the Malice. Now, I can honestly tell you that these two knives are so incredibly similar, they are exact replicas of themselves. There's nothing different about the mini Malice versus the regular size Malice when it comes to design. Other than the size, it is the exact same knife plus a button lock instead of a frame lock. The mini Malice has internal milling, but the regular size Malice doesn't. And that's kind of what makes it awesome, right? It's this huge beefy piece. Now we got this lightened piece, which we usually like, but when you're expecting Malice and you've held the Malice, it's different. Generically, it's about a 3-inch blade with about a 2.5-inch cutting edge due to this finger choil right here. You can see I can reverse flick it very, very easily. Can you thumb flick it? Yes, you can, but it's not as easy. You can definitely do the button flick, and the flipper works even better than the regular Malice. They feel tuned the same, but the regular Malice, definitely you have more to go because it's just a larger blade. And then you have the black on black look, which you don't get with the regular Malice. You either get the gray titanium with the satin finish or that tiger stripe flame anno with a satin finish. That's basically all you can get. So you get even more options with the mini Malice. And I think that's a cool thing too. But I was still disappointed. And then I carried it. And I carried it for approximately 2.5 to 3 weeks before doing this review. And I can honestly say I am no longer disappointed. I think the design of this is fantastic. The Malice is great. I said it and I'll say it again. This is more like the Civivi Odium than it really is the Malice. It's like a beefy Odium instead of a wee Malice. That's the feeling I get out of it. But since carrying it, it's definitely capable of almost any task you throw at it. Now, I'm always going to say this about sub 3-inch knives. I don't necessarily agree with the drop point. I think if you're going to be a sub 3-inch knife, you need a Wharncliffe or a sheep's foot because this large belly, you're not going to be doing too much rocking cutting. And the slicing that the drop point kind of gives you as you slice through is so short, you find yourself kind of shortening up all your strokes when you're slicing through material. I'm not saying this should have been a Wharncliffe or a sheep's foot. I'm saying if I had to nitpick on the design, I think that would have been a more functional idea. Instead, aesthetically, this obviously is going to look better. So aesthetics, this thing gets a damn near 10. It looks great. For fit and finish, this thing gets a 10. We killed it. The action is phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. The fit and finish is so good. I see no issues with this. T8s all around. Looks great. The pocket clip looks like a T8 as well. That's great. It came perfectly centered. There's no back and forth, no up and down. And with the button, there is still no detent lash. So this thing kills it in that front. It came wicked sharp out of the box. The action on the box was phenomenal. The fit and finish was phenomenal. The price is but in today's day and age, it's good. Long story short, this is a very short review of the Mini Malice. The Mini Malice is a fantastic little knife that I put in my fifth pocket. I actually carried my regular size Malice and my Mini Malice today, because it's Malice Monday. Why not? So if you're going into this looking for a premium button lock that has a really cool design and Ferrum Forge never lets you down, this is your guy, and I have no problem with the price. If you're going into this looking for that Malice-like knife, it could fit the bill, if you've never felt the malice. But if you felt the malice, you're going to be a little disenchanted in the beginning until you really give it that second chance to say, you know what, I'm going to treat you kind of like you're your own knife and not the shadow of your big brother. And it works very well when you look at it like that. I have no critiques on the mini malice itself. Functionally, like I said, it would have made more sense to have a Wharncliffe or a sheep's foot style blade on here, but I can't, that's a design choice. That's not, I wish that was the case, but it still wouldn't be the mini malice if that was the case. Which this looks like a malice when you zoom in, but when you really know what you're feeling, it doesn't feel like a malice. If you're on the fence about this knife, you need to ask yourself, why are you getting this? Are you getting this because you're so in love with the malice you need that mini malice feel? I would say don't get it. If you're looking for a very good button lock that's almost a sub 3-inch, that is a titanium with a beautiful, beautiful design, beautiful aesthetic, beautiful everything, and you just want it, I can't tell you no. This is a fantastic purchase. I hope this was entertaining. Hope you guys got something out of it. There's not much to say about the mini malice. It's a mini malice, which you don't make a mini malice. But it is a fantastic Ferrum Forged design, titanium button lock, OEM'd by We, at a price that's pretty comparable with today's prices. It's a great knife. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and have a great freaking rest of your day. Thanks for watching.